Hello, my name is Leonard, a minister of the Word of God, and I'm pleased to have you on board watching this episode. Actually, this is my first episode on prayer, and I will detail you much in prayer. There's some things that we don't know in prayer, but I will be teaching you about prayer, and I will teach this one. And I do believe at the end of it, 100% your prayers will be answered in full, and you will have a good relationship with the Father. Sin uh, will never disturb you anymore, and you will have very strong relationship with God. So today I want to begin by defining and give and and showing you prayer as fellowship with God. That is what I will be deal with today. In other episode, I will deal on how your prayers should be for them to be answered. But today, I will just deal with prayer as fellowship with God. And this, in fact, is the very first thing that you should have in prayer. In prayer, we can ask for blessings, ask for forgiveness, ask for healing, ask for wealth, and whatever. But the most important thing in prayer is fellowship with the Father. From the book of Genesis, it is revealed that the will of God was to have a relationship with man, and that is the reason. This is the very reason why God used to visit Adam at the evening every day, so that they can have relationship with him. I would like to suggest this, that our relationship with God is more important, more than the service we do to God. All right, you heard me well. Let me refer this one from the incidents when Jesus visited Martha and Mary. So Martha was busy preparing for something for Jesus in the kitchen, when Mary was busy listening to what Jesus says. Then Mary came to Jesus saying, Jesus, ask Mary to come and help me in the kitchen. Maybe there was fixing of dishes here and there and preparing a meal for Jesus. But Jesus instead recommended that Mary has chosen the best thing. Think of that. That meant it was more important for, for, for Mary to have fellowship with God than serving in the kitchen. You heard me right. Let's continue. Daniel used to pray 3 times a day. This is the book of Daniel 6 and verse 10. So prayer is more important if than the service itself. We can see when the Jews had a problem, any problem in the first church, when they were distributing food, and they complained to James, and James, Peter, and John. And remember, James, Apostle James, is the one who wrote in the book of James that there is no pure religion than that which takes care of the orphans and the widows. But when there was this quarrel on distributing food to those people, the same people he had referred to, and he had referred that one as the pure religion, what they're supposed to do. He did not go to distribute the food in equality, but he instead appointed elders that could supervise in the distribution of food. So the main reason why he did that is that because they wanted to have the apostles to have more time to prayer than coming to this in distributing food. Jesus used to pray in the morning before he went for the ministry, and he would spend hours in prayer. When Jesus went with his 3 disciples for prayer and they were sleeping, he came and rebuked them. Could you not watch and pray with me even an hour? So this shows clearly that God wants us to spend more time in prayer than even serving him. And if you recognize this, then you will have few quagmires in your services. Every time in church we raise dispute is because we are more dedicated to service than dedicated with our relationship with God. So I will call you this day that we go back having good relationship with the Father, spending more time with God, spending more time in prayer, and this will be really beneficial to us. I will suggest that in a day, as a normal Christian, you can spend 2 hours in prayer, combined in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. If you combine, if they can tally to 2 hours, then this one will be very encouraging. And this is away from reading the Bible and doing your services to any to God. And if you begin to do this, then your ministry, your life will start moving very smoothly. Actually, I have been only a leader since I was very young in primary school for CU in secondary school. And there's something that I learned: when I spend more time in serving than in having relationship with God, then there is a lot of quagmire. Just a lot of quagmire. There's misunderstanding or what. But if you begin to spend more time in fasting, in praying, in reading the word of God, then these things you just see them falling off one by one. So I would suggest now, as a Christian, that you go back in prayer. I will be offering this episode on prayer, and I will be teaching more in prayer, because I know this is the huge problem that we have as Christians. And so this prayer is very important in the church. And if we are to minimize many problems in church, then we need to pray. The moment you begin praying and having this one as a custom, miracles become your daily experience. I've experienced a lot in prayer, and I will teach a lot in prayer. In my coming episodes, I will be teaching about elements of prayer that you need to put into, so that your prayers can be answered. But here in the next episode, I will be teaching about how you can spend more time in prayer when you don't know even what to say in that prayer. Sometimes we find ourselves in this quagmire. You pray for 5 minutes, you have prayed for your family, your goals, your country, Kenya. You have prayed for your friends, you have prayed for your goals, you have prayed for everything, for the sick in the hospital, you have prayed even for those who are in the jail. Everything within 6 minutes, you are done, and you don't know now what to say to God. So follow me in the next episode. I'm teaching about how you can spend even 1 hour in prayer and what to say in those. The Bible, remember, is the Bible that says do not pray like the Pharisees, by speaking many words, by praying many words in the streets and here, but go to your room, close for yourself, and pray in the secret with the Father, to the Father, and He will answer you. So be blessed, guys. Subscribe to this channel as a show of support. Like and comment on what I should cover, on what also I should cover that seems to be a quagmire to you, and God will bless you. Follow me to the next episode.